Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is January the 2nd, 2018. Strong hand, people. Buy and hold. All right, check out the notes section below. All of the links that I'm going to talk about in this very important video are below. And you can get a t-shirt from Cryptography. Here's one of his t-shirts with the Meister discount code. Also, get your Trezor at my Trezor link or at the cryptohwwallet.com link. All right, speaking about Trezors, and you can email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. A lot of people need help with the Brodium, claiming their Brodium for you. If you've got a Trezor and you're uncomfortable about claiming your Brodium, you email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. I will walk you through the entire process over the phone of claiming your Brodium. I've got a guy I'm going to be working with very soon who gave me this idea. 0.02 Bitcoin it will cost you. That is my rate. With getting your Brodium, signing up with your Trezor, email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. You'll send me the 0.02 Bitcoin. We'll talk on the phone. You can ask me anything, but I will walk you through the process. All right, with that out of the way, I wanted to talk about, correct something from yesterday that I said about Andy Hoffman. He says leveraged Bitcoin scarcity play. That is his correct term for what he says Brodium is, a leveraged Bitcoin scarcity play. Follow Andy Hoffman at his website, cryptogoldcentral.com. Yeah, I'll link to it below. Anyway, a little tired tonight, I guess. I've got so many URLs I have to remember here. All right, so yeah, I made a poll that many of you have seen. The poll was, what crypto dividend do you want to see Trezor accommodate first? Now, I listed Brodium, Brodium, Bprivate, Super BTC, and B Diamond. Now with Brodium, again, they are not going to split it for you. When I say accommodate, I mean list it, store it on there. But you'll get the picture. So far in that poll, Bprivate is kicking butt. So I asked you guys to retweet that tweet because it actually puts pressure on Trezor to actually do something with one of these dividends of Bitcoin. Maybe it will be Bprivate, that'll be the first one that they'll let you split there and store there. And I don't mean the first ever, I mean the first of the new batch, because you can already do that with Bcash and BGold. They did a great job with BGold and Bcash, but we want them to do a good job with even more of them. And there were some people there was a guy who retweeted my poll and vote in the poll, obviously. There was a guy who retweeted my poll and then copied it to Ledger Nano and said, what are you guys doing? So this is what I've been talking about. We have to put pressure on these trusted third parties to make this process go a little bit faster and make it easy and safe for all of us. And I think the poll is also a little bit revealing, yet not surprising. What's going on in the crypto dividend ecosystem in terms of community strength. And obviously, if you were already an altcoin beforehand, Zclassic existed, and now it's becoming Bprivate. It's not a shock that they're winning the poll. It's like the popularity contest. They probably have the biggest community out there because they already existed. It's not a shock. So yeah, the others have their work cut out for them. Their brand B Diamond is brand new. Super BTC is brand new. And I got to give the guys credit at Brodium because they're beating Super BTC, and Super BTC's got like a billionaire behind them. And Brodium is this like grassroots airdrop crypto dividend. And again, I will walk you guys through that process if you need help with that and you have a Trezor with the Brodium. All right. So this guy in the comments section, pound that like button, people. If you like that I waited this long to say pound that like button. This Nook in the comments said, holders get richer while the short-sighted get wiped out playing musical altcoins. True, baby. Thank you, Vista. And hey, you guys in the chat right now can't see you unless you do the super chat. If you do the super chat, I'll answer your question. I love the super chat. It makes you stick out. Here's a Whale Panda tweet, and it's linked to below, of course. If you held Bitcoin from January 2017 until the first 2018, you were up roughly 13x. If you consider yourself a trader and you didn't outperform Bitcoin, you might want to stick with holding. Say the least, and that's actually an understatement. If you held from January 1st until today, you would have 15x'd. Not counting the Bcash crypto dividend, which is another $2,000. So you'd over 17x in terms of dollars if you just held Bitcoin. I mean, that's pretty good. So if you're some kind of trader out there and you haven't 17x'd your holdings, well, Bitcoin, people. I don't even know why I even bring this up anymore. But hey, if you want to be an 80%er and make me richer, go ahead. My day. All right. So here is a tweet from Whalepool, and it's a great way if you don't think Coinbase, if you're angry at Coinbase and you think they should implement SegWit, this is a great way to protest. And he says, retweet to let the Coinbase board of directors know we are not happy with Brian Armstrong dragging his feet on SegWit. And so you retweet that, and also copied on that are members of the Coinbase board of directors. So this has been like retweeted thousands of times. So these board of directors keep getting this message that the people want SegWit. So maybe they'll tell Brian, hey, dude, do SegWit on Coinbase. People want you to. Hey, I don't care if Coinbase does it or not. I store my Bitcoin at storage devices, at a Trezor, at a Ledger, at a Bitbox. Do not rely on third parties. But hey, there's a lot of newbies getting into they get into Bitcoin, they store on Coinbase, they don't like the high fees to move it off of Coinbase. All this nonsense. So retweet that if you're angry at Coinbase. It's a free world, free country. It's, you're not bad mouthing anyone there. It's a peaceful protest. Go ahead and do it. And I like that. So here, Dashmigel, he's got a tweet that says, and I meant to read this yesterday, broke 2017, realizing a diversified stock portfolio minimizes risk. Woke 2018, realizing BTC is a diversified hedge on the devaluation of all fiat risk. I like that. I like that. Ty Zen has a tweet out there talking about how he wants me to meet up with some female associate of his channel up in north of San Diego in Carlsbad. And he's asking people if they want to have a Bitcoin event up there. Hey, I'm in San Diego area at least until the 9th, okay? And I'd like to meet this friend of Ty Zen, and if she has a space, put on an event there. It seems like it's really far north. I don't have a car, but I am putting it out there because people started replying and saying, hey, yeah, that would be great to have a Bitcoin event, a meetup over the next week or so. So I am up for this, people. It would be great if it would be closer. Maybe if she could come down, we could meet halfway. Some people have asked to give me a ride. They offered to give me a ride. There was a guy who offered to give me a ride, actually. But he lives all the way up there. And for him to come all the way down here, then all the way up there, and I think she might be even north of him. So anyway, if you're to say, this has all been a big San Diego segment there. But if you're in the area, you've got some ideas, contact me over Twitter at TechBalt. Always check out at TechBalt, people. It's been going crazy. TechBalt on Twitter. Again, you can email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. And also, I am on Steemit at Bitcoin Meister. That has been wild lately. So I wanted to remind everyone, there's all these doom peddlers out there. I used to call them another name. It starts with a P, but I don't want to say it because I think YouTube will just mark me for saying that word, even though it's not a bad word. But the doom peddlers out there, what happened? 2017 is over. I thought there was going to be an economic collapse. What happened, guys? Where's the Shemitah that was supposed to happen in 2016? And if any of you are still following any of those people who were predicting the end of the economic paradigm as we know it, buy gold now, live in a bunker now, 2017 is the end. And they repeat this, and they're saying the same predictions over 2018. They're saying the same things. They said the same thing in 2016. All of you have horrible memories who are constantly following those people and believe a single word they say. If you believe a single word they say after all of these nonsense predictions about how everything was going to fall apart look how awesome 2017 was if you were holding Bitcoin. I'm a freaking millionaire now, okay? Because I was a positive person and I held Bitcoin. That's the truth. The lies is what those doom peddlers try to sell you. And so you just do nothing with your life. Be in motion, people. Be in freaking motion. And again, if you listen to those people, if you believe a word they say, because some of you still come to me and are like, oh, what do you think about? Don't even ask me what I think of those people. Don't even ask me what I think of the complete nonsense they talk. And again, you're part of the 80%. You will never be successful in life if you continually believe a word that those people say, because they're nonsense. And they're just pulling things out of their backsides and saying, and every year the world is going to end. And guess what, guys? It's not going to end. Life goes on. Life is awesome. There's always opportunity out there. And if you were a doom and gloomer in 2017, you maybe missed the opportunity of a freaking lifetime, because it completely changed my entire life. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And the people who've been following me for a while know that, hey, it has propelled me to a whole new financial level in life, and just a whole new, mental level too. The ease of life, not having to worry about certain things, knowing that if something went wrong with a family member, I could completely take care of every problem they had. It's just every problem they have. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, you can be with me, or you can be with the doom peddlers. Make up your mind. See, your choice is a free world, 20% or 80%er. Do what you want to do. All right, so what else do we have here? There's a funny tweet. There's a little kid with a mohawk. He might be in South Africa. I'm not sure. He does an imitation of me. The Bitcoin Meister, my opening spiel that I always do. It's funny. It is funny. And I wish the kid and his parents success in life. Pound that like button. If that kid wants to do another video, pound that like button, be my guest. All right, Chris Gilliard is a guy who follows me on Twitter. He watches these videos. He is a great guy. He has a Zclassic Bprivate article that he posted that I linked to below. And there is a point. I liked it. I like what he had to say. And someone else pointed this out in a Twitter thread. And it was the first thing I thought of also after I read his, the one thing I disagreed with him about. He says that after the Bprivate fork, that Zclassic might go up in value. Zclassic should go, if everything worked logically, if we weren't in this irrational, exuberant time in terms of altcoins, Zclassic should go like to zero after the fork. Because the guys who are forking Zclassic into Bprivate, that's the development team for Zclassic. They're basically abandoning Zclassic and moving on to Bprivate. So no, in theory, no one's going to be working on Zclassic. I don't know why anyone would want to mine Zclassic. There's no logical reason why it should go up in value. But many people, basically, Bprivate is a replacement for Zclassic. Period. And so if you believe that, and I believe that to be very much true, there's no reason to hold on to Zclassic afterwards, unless you know, oh, there's a new team who's going to take over the development and all these miners are going to keep mining it and looking after it. The community is going to stick around. I mean, the whole point of forking to Bprivate is to improve to get that Zclassic product out to more people and rebrand it. It's just a rebranded Zclassic. And the Zclassic holders are going to lose nothing because they're getting all their Bprivate for free. They're getting their replacement coin for free. But at the same time, everyone who holds Bitcoin is getting it for free too. So in theory, the price is going to pump of the Bprivate. Now the Zclassic price is pumping now because everybody wants to get these Bprivates. Because Zclassic is so much cheaper than what everyone expects a Bitcoin fork to be. And especially a Bitcoin fork that has these Zcash characteristics, these anonymous coin characteristics. I mean, first of all, as Bitcoin holders, we want this fork, Bprivate, to be the best anonymous coin out there. Period. It benefits us so much. We want Bprivate to win the anonymous coin race in the end of the day. And so this is a very unique proposition. I mean, this altcoin, this Bitcoin crypto dividend is the most unique one of them all so far in terms of where it's originating from, how it's being distributed, and what it is supposed to do. And that is be a very private coin, just like Zcash. And again, Zcash, what's that, around $500 or something like this? So it will be very interesting, but everyone's going to have their own strategy once the fork happens in terms of how quick they're going to dump their Zclassic, or if for some reason they think the Zclassic is worth hanging on to. I mean, I see no reason to hang on to Zclassic once the Bprivate is in existence. I would try to dump it as quick as possible because it'll still be at a high price at that point. But whatever, I'm not going to give advice. That's up to everyone who owns Zclassic, okay? So you do what you want to do. But I did, again, read Chris's article. That was my one point of contention there. And I wanted to bring that up. So let's talk about Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel, all these articles came out today that he has been buying Bitcoin. And he's a rich billionaire, millionaire, whatever he is. Smart guy. And when the news started to break, I mean, Bitcoin pumped to over $15,000 and it's still around 15. Great. And that's awesome. We're going to have days when it pumps like this. And I linked to the Wall Street Journal article below that talks about Peter Thiel and how he made a big bet on Bitcoin. Hey man, this is great. He's probably not the only super rich person doing this, but there is a lesson to learn from what happened today. And that is that, you know, he did this on his own. No one, there was no Bitcoin salesman that came up to him and said, hey, Peter, come buy my coin, come pump my coin. But we have to remember that so many other coins, all other coins are centralized to some extent. They have founders that are known. So again, I always say this now, it's cyclical. All the top tier ones get pumped again at some point. Bcash will be pumped again. King of the Trolls will talk to someone like Peter, will convince someone even bigger than Peter Thiel, or maybe even Peter Thiel, to buy Bcash and to make an announcement about it and to have a Wall Street Journal article about it. So just be prepared. It's in so many different ways over the last few weeks, couple months, that it's because everyone says Bcash is dead, Bcash is dead, BGold is dead, BGold. They just have to get their people to go out there, convince some really rich person to buy a bunch of it and say he did it, and that'll pump it. That'll pump it. And it'll probably pump it to a larger percentage-wise than Bitcoin was pumped today. I mean, if King of the Trolls convinces Warren Buffett, let's say he convinced Warren Buffett to say, hey, I bought a bunch of Bcash. Think about what that would do to the price of Bcash immediately. And I know Warren Buffett's an extreme example because he's a guy who doesn't even like cryptocurrency. But you never know. Maybe King of the Trolls is a good salesman, very persuasive person. Very persuasive. There's no doubt about it. If you convince Warren Buffett to buy $1 million or a lot more, a lot of Bcash, Bcash would be 0.4 Bitcoin within hours, I would say. So again, he will convince someone to do. There'll be a Peter Thiel on the Bcash side too, okay? Or maybe on the Ethereum side, because again, they're to an extent somewhat centralized. They have guys, they have founders that can act as salesmen and talk to these billionaires. All right, pound that like button. So one development in the mainstream media that I noticed today, Bloomberg has an article. The criminal underworld is dropping Bitcoin for another currency. And they're talking about Monero. So they're basically fudding Monero. They're trying to scare people that Monero is for drug dealers, et cetera, et cetera. But, I interpret this as like kind of an evolution of cryptocurrency. That now in 2018, we're at a point where the mainstream media is not only fudding Bitcoin, but it's fudding some top tier altcoins also, like Monero. Hey, look, Monero's on this shirt from Cryptograffiti. And no, because I say the word Monero, I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just mentioning it, people. Please don't get too excited. Buy and hold Bitcoin. Strong hand. Think 20. All right, so that's it for today. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. I will say hello to you guys in the chat right now. Bye-bye.